moment in Miami with the arts. I mean, with Pam being center stage, there is another guy right across the street, which is fabulous. Everybody knows the Freedom Tower. I mean, that is Ellis Island for the Latino, and it is really a part of history. MDC, Miami-Dade Colleges, just purchased a building about 2 years ago. They're doing fantastic, and they brought this wonderful curator, chief executive director, and chief curator, Jeremy Mikolajcza. Good morning.
Welcome. Thank you. Or I guess thank you for having me, and it's great to be here.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. I mean, you started.
I'm impressed you got your last name correct. I'm impressed. She couldn't get the Suarez and the Latin names, but she got your name.
I gotta tell you.
How'd you do that?
Who figures? I don't know. Today is a busy morning for me with such great things in Miami, and I have to tell you, Jeremy, I went to see what they're doing at the new Freedom Tower, the Miami-Dade College Museum and the Galleries of Art and Design, and I am really super impressed. I am so excited. I know your launching is on June 7th.
Yes.
Please tell us a little bit about what they can expect from your wonderful exhibitions coming up at the Gallery of Art and Design at the Freedom Tower.
Sure. Actually, what we've done is in 2012, last August, we inaugurated the MDC Museum of Art and Design, which is located at the Freedom Tower. Since 2005, the galleries at the college, there's 8 campuses, we have 5 galleries, including the Freedom Tower space. They were set in one system, and they were formerly called the Art Gallery system. So upon coming to Miami and joining the team at Miami-Dade College in October of 2011, we looked at the asset and the opportunity that we have with the Freedom Tower, also looking at the history and the presence of the building and the community, and thought, okay, this is more important than just being part of this overall gallery system. So what we decided and what we built is the MDC Museum of Art and Design. It's located in the 2nd floor of the Freedom Tower. And then also, too, we have the Galleries of Art and Design, which is our network of 5 galleries, 1 art space, a major sculpture park at the North Campus, and various other happenings across the 8 campuses throughout Miami-Dade College.
Now, when I went to see the 2nd floor, which is the Gallery of Art and Design, I was so impressed because, first of all, just walking through your building, the Freedom Tower, guys, if you haven't gone to see the Freedom Tower, I mean, it is just jaw-dropping. I mean, it really is. All the way from the Pedro Pan statue, from Enrique,
Martinez Celay.
Martinez Celay. I mean, beautiful statue right in the front. And silly me, I thought it was a Boy Scout, and then, I looked into it better, and, I'm running from place to place. And anyway, I went to see and meet Jeremy and meet his staff, wonderful staff. You have Wanda there.
Yes.
And you'll have that lovely young lady.
Lauren Santisteban, who's been our new public engagement coordinator.
She's
done a fantastic
wonderful.
job. Yes.
Yeah, she really is. Everybody's really wonderful. They're very energetic, great spirit. And when you walk through that building and you see this amazing Spanish architecture,
Yes.
which is just amazing,
Yes.
and the old embossed, embellished, very ornamental elevator doors that you really don't see only in old New York, and or of course in Spain. And so when the doors open up and you walk into these historical elevators and it opens up on the 2nd floor, you get this whole nother world of contemporary, white, stark, minimalistic. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even expect that. I thought it was going to continue with the same spot. When I saw that, I said, wow, it really looks like the top-notch collection, like anything that you would see, like in Rosa de la Cruz, just everything minimalistic, stark. And I can't wait for the opening tomorrow, June 7th.
Yes.
Which is going to be, what is the exhibition? I know you have 2 of them.
We're opening 3 exhibitions.
Wow.
It's our inaugural summer season at the museum, and we're opening with, like I said, 3 exhibits, 2 local focus, one being the paintings of Giovanni Bauta, a local Cuban painter, and also an exhibition that is looking at Miami's from the 1980s. We came across this fantastic project that was formed by Alexia Fodor, and she's working with the Herald photographers, Charles Traynor Jr. and Natalie Planas, and it's Alexia curating their photographs from the Herald from the 1980s, looking at everything from drug bust to Don Johnson to the Miami Grand Prix that used to be downtown. and insetting them into 1980s television sets. It's a really interesting sort of play as far as looking at old photographs and how you saw them in those days in this sort of different format. So we open up those two big exhibits, and the opening reception is Friday night at 6 p.m. And just to let you know, everything at the museum is free and open to the
That
public.
was my next question. What is the admission? Everything is free.
Yes, everything is free, and actually the Freedom Tower and Museum is open every Wednesday through Sunday from 12 to 5. We do take tours, and we do take private tours. You can contact the museum, and our website is www.mdcmoad.org.
Can you repeat that again?
Yes, www.mdcmoad.org.
And the MOAD is for what?
Museum of Art and Design.
Okay, I gotta tell you, I got a tongue twister today. It's obvious.
I'm glad you asked him to say that, not me. I just sat here and trying to listen. So he got it right the second. He said what he said the first time, the second time.
I want to tell you what inspired you, and this is a silly question because I know I would assume the answer. From Missouri to Miami, that's a big change.
No, it's the same.
Yeah, it's a little different. But you know what's interesting? I came from, I did my master's work at the University of Florida, so I was in Gainesville for 4 years, and obviously was down in Miami for the early years of Basel. Always had sort of an interaction with it. From there, I went to Chicago and ran a commercial space there for a couple years, and was inactive in the community, but also came down to Miami regularly to cover Basel for various publications. And then I went on and moved to Kansas City, Missouri, and ran a space at a local university just outside the city. And you know, it's interesting. You sort of gauge each community and you sort of assess them differently. You know, Chicago had an interesting conceptual basis to their community, their artist community there. You have obviously the Art Institute, which is a major player. And in Kansas City, you have great artist organizations that do amazing things. On top of that, you have these amazing museums that are also free and open to the public. So they had these interesting sort of relationships. And then coming to Miami, it was sort of this new landscape that, you know, number one, the diversity alone is unsurmountable in anywhere else in the United States. But also, too, you have this burgeoning art world that's going to blow up. And I mean, you have these world-class museums being built. You have these world-class reputations to the existing museums, and you know these other organizations and artist organizations are coming to the forefront. You know, Cannonball Art Center, South Florida. You know, Locust Projects, the Fountainhead. You have these amazing residencies and programs that support local artists and are bringing artists to the community. And in our sense, in looking at Miami-Dade College, and what we can do and what we can serve is, you know, number one, we are a collecting institution. We have over 1,700 objects in our collection, from public works to, you know, works on the wall. Andy Warhol, we have a couple Andy Warhols.
Nice.
You know, we have Joseph Beuys. You know, we have some major works by some major artists.
Now, your museum section is with the public sector being in mind, and so a lot of the pieces like Andy Warhol and so on. And then the galleries of art and design is more for students, you know, empowering the students and exhibitions, you know, with MDC and its art department, which I love. You know, art experience, Susana Baker, it's all about children and of course the arts. And starting at an age, you know, we do field trips. I'm excited with hopefully the relationship we're going to build with the Miami Museum of Art. I mean, Miami Art and of the colleges and the Gallery of Art and Design, and with Jeremy and his whole crew at the Freedom Tower. And we're going to be starting a downtown art walk. Also, the Freedom Tower will be part of our Havana Art Experience that we're launching at the end of July, and that's the Havana Art Experience for Calle Ocho. We'll start off probably with new Freedom Tower with the Miami-Dade College Museum and Galleries of Art and Design. Jerry, Ms. Glazak, here I go. I can't end the day without a tongue twister. Jeremy, thank you so much. Can you give a shout out again to your website?
Thank you, Susana. Yes, the website at the MDC Museum of Art and Design is www.mdcmoad.org.
Thank you so much. We're going to be really doing tours with you, so look us up. Also, look them up in some of our events at theartexperiences.com. And I want to do a last shout out for the guys I messed up horribly. Father of the Year benefiting the American Diabetes Association, Saif Ishouf. He is the director of the City Year of Miami. Harv Mogul, United Way president. Jorge Villacampo, he is the president of Wells Fargo. Imagine me screwing that one up. And I banked there, by the way, Mr. Villacampo. And Mike Damas, president of the Astriri Group. Congratulations for Father of the Year, Jared Davis, for doing a fabulous job, and for Maria Guardian, who is doing this. You can look it up at MiamiFatherofTheYear.com if you want to go this Friday. But we also want to see you. Hey, you could do both. You could come to us, and then you could also go and see the wonderful show. What's the name of the 3 exhibitions again?
We have a Poetic Reality, Flashbacks, and Invisible Presence opening this Friday, 6 p.m.
Thank you. All right, so go look them up. Go see Jeremy and his wonderful exhibitions at the Miami-Dade College Museums and Galleries of the Art and Design, open from Wednesdays through Saturdays from 12 to 5. It's free, guys. Take advantage of the arts in Miami. It's here. It's exploding. And if you haven't gone, shame on you.
We'll be back after the short message.